What is gold? Gold is the 79th element of the periodic table and the most useful metal. It conducts electricity, doesn't tarnish, and alloys with other metals. It can be melted and cast into highly detailed shapes, drawn into wire, and hammered into thin sheets. You may be asking yourself, why is this metal so important? To understand why, we must look first at the history of gold. Gold has captivated humanity for thousands of years. But where does our fascination begin? Step back to 4000 BC, in what's now Varna, Bulgaria. Here lies the Varna Necropolis, a burial site that rewrote history. Unearthed in the 1970s, this treasure trove revealed over 3,000 gold artifacts, the oldest worked gold in the world. These artifacts tell a story of wealth, status, and craftsmanship, marking the dawn of humanity's obsession with this precious metal. By 3000 BC, gold found its place at the heart of two great civilizations, Egypt and Mesopotamia. In Egypt, gold was mined in the deserts of Nubia. One of the most iconic is the mask of Pharaoh Tutankhamun, crafted over a millennium later. From the hands of miners to the halls of kings, these cultures cemented gold's role as a symbol of divinity and prestige, a legacy that endured through millennia. Around 550 BCE, the Kingdom of Lydia revolutionized trade and economics with the creation of the first known gold coins. These coins were stamped with intricate designs. For the first time, gold was not just a symbol of wealth, it became a practical tool for trade and a precursor to modern currency systems. In 114 BC, the Silk Road opened, a transformative trade route connecting east and west. Gold flowed along the route, symbolizing wealth and fostering trust among distant civilizations. It became a key medium of exchange and a treasure valued from Rome to China. In the Greek and Roman empires, silver was the currency of daily commerce, but gold was reserved for significant exchanges, savings, and as a symbol of political or military power. After the fall of the Roman Empire, gold remained central to the Byzantine economy. In 310 AD, Emperor Constantine the Great introduced the Solidus, a revolutionary gold coin. The Solidus became a cornerstone of commerce across Europe and the Mediterranean, valued for its stability. It laid the foundation for gold's enduring legacy in wealth and power. In 696 AD, the Islamic Caliphates minted the dinar, a gold coin that became a cornerstone of the Islamic Golden Age. Mining and circulation of these coins fueled trade across the Mediterranean, Africa, and Asia, with the Silk Road playing a vital role in connecting these regions. Meanwhile, the West African empires of Ghana, Mali, and Songhai grew rich through their vast gold reserves. The 1500s marked a new era of exploration. Sea trade shifted gold movement from ancient land routes, such as the Silk Road. The Spanish plundered vast gold deposits in regions like Mexico, Peru, and Colombia, exploiting civilizations such as the Inca and Aztec empires. This influx of wealth fueled European colonization, global trade, and the economy, making gold the driving force of the age of exploration, a golden race that reshaped history. The year 1694 marked a pivotal moment in the history of money with the founding of the Bank of England. This institution introduced a groundbreaking shift, moving from gold coins to paper money. Known as promissory notes, this paper currency could be exchanged for a specific amount of gold or silver held by the bank. In England, public trust in paper money grew because it was backed by the government's gold reserves. Other countries soon followed, embracing this innovative approach to currency. In 1821, the United Kingdom made history, becoming the first major economy to officially adopt the gold standard. This revolutionary system linked the British pound to a fixed amount of gold, ensuring stability and trust in the currency. At the time, the UK was the world's leading power, and its gold standard boosted international trade, cementing the pound as the backbone of the global economy. In 1848, gold was discovered at Sutter's Mill in California, igniting one of the largest gold rushes in history. News spread like wildfire, and over 300,000 people journeyed to California in search of fortune. Similar gold booms erupted in Australia, South Africa, and Canada, each sparking rapid economic growth and settlement in these regions. By the 1870s, the world was catching gold fever. Nations like the United States, Germany, and France turned to the gold standard, tying their currencies to gold reserves to inspire trust and stability. In 1873, the U.S. made a bold move with the Coinage Act, saying farewell to silver and paving the way for a gold-backed economy. On March 14, 1900, history was made. President William McKinley signed the Gold Standard Act, defining the U.S. dollar by a specific weight in gold. Under this system, the U.S. Treasury was required to exchange paper money for gold coins on demand, building trust in the American dollar and strengthening its position in the global economy, but challenges loomed. In 1914, the eruption of World War shattered economic norms. To finance the war, countries suspended the gold standard and began printing money in unprecedented amounts. The war strained global economies, and gold took a back seat as nations prioritized funding the conflict. After the war, the gold standard briefly returned in the 1920s, attempting to restore monetary stability. The U.S. entered a golden era of economic growth. Industries like construction and automobiles flourished, driving recovery and prosperity. But this fragile system was not built to last. The Roaring Twenties came to a screeching halt in 1929. The stock market collapse shook the world, plunging nations into the Great Depression. But this wasn't just about stocks, it was a chain reaction in an effort to fight inflation. Europe, drowning in World War I debt, couldn't pay it back. Banks started to crumble. With trust in the financial system shattered, the frightened public turned to gold, hoarding it as the ultimate safeguard. But the cracks in the system were too deep. The gold standard couldn't keep up. The year was 1933, and America was in turmoil. To fight the Great Depression, President Franklin Roosevelt made a shocking move. He ordered every American to hand over their gold. Under Executive Order 6102, citizens had to trade their gold for $20.67 per troy ounce, whether they liked it or not. By the end, the U.S. Treasury had seized an incredible 2,665 metric tons of gold. Gold coins vanished from circulation, and the nation's gold reserves came under strict control. In 1944, as World War II drew to a close, world leaders gathered in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire to redefine the global economy. A groundbreaking agreement that made the U.S. dollar the world's reserve currency was the result. The U.S. dollar was to be pegged to gold at a fixed rate of $35 per ounce. For decades, this system brought stability to global trade and cemented the dollar's supremacy. But by the 1970s, cracks began to form. The U.S. was running out of gold. America had written more checks than it could cash, spending far more than it earned while maintaining the illusion of plenty. People began exchanging their dollars for gold, and soon, the U.S. stockpile was vanishing. In a stunning move, President Nixon went on live television to announce that the U.S. would no longer exchange dollars for gold. The Nixon Shock shattered the link between the dollar and gold, ending the Bretton Woods system overnight. Freed from currency, gold entered a new era, its price now determined by supply and demand. It became a sought-after investment, a hedge against uncertainty, and a symbol of enduring value. In 1974, history glimmered brighter as President Gerald Ford signed a bill repealing restrictions on gold ownership in the U.S. After decades of limitations, Americans could once again own gold. This landmark act of Congress rekindled the connection between individuals and the precious metal. The year was 1975. Gold became a playground for daring investors. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange launched gold futures contracts. This game-changing innovation let investors bet on gold prices, hedge risks, and seize opportunities in the ever-shifting world of finance. January 21, 1980, gold hit an all-time high of $850 per ounce. Inflation fears, geopolitical shocks like the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, and investor panic ignited a dramatic flight to safety. This peak marked a turning point, as gold broke free of government controls and fixed its role as the ultimate safe haven investment. From the heights of 1980, gold remained a steady symbol of security. Decades later, in 2008, its reliability would again shine as the world faced a financial meltdown. As markets crumbled, panic-stricken investors turned to gold, the ultimate safe haven asset. Prices surged, reaching nearly $1,000 per ounce by year's end. Central banks fought back with quantitative easing, flooding markets with cash. Inflation fears boosted gold's rise, reaffirming its role as a hedge against uncertainty. September 6, 2011, gold reached the pinnacle of its journey, hitting $1,921 per ounce. The world was on edge, grappling with debt crises, runaway inflation, and global uncertainty. As panic swept through financial markets, gold became the ultimate beacon of hope, a refuge in a storm of instability. In 2020, gold once again shined bright as the COVID pandemic turned the world upside down. As uncertainty gripped economies, investors again rushed to gold for stability, pushing its price to $2,067 per ounce. Governments injected trillions into economies to fight the crisis, sparking fears of inflation. By 2024, gold was breaking the records once again, reaching dazzling new heights and seeing new all-time highs in 2025. Gold's journey from past crises to present triumph reaffirms its eternal role as the ultimate store of value in a rapidly evolving world. Gold's journey through history reveals its resilience and adaptability. But one question remains: does gold still hold its value today? The answer is yes. Its story is far from over. Gold isn't just a relic of history, it's a cornerstone of the future. Many think otherwise. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you liked the video and want to know how you can take advantage of the gains in gold, please subscribe.